All right. Big sales event this weekend. It's the first week of the August Extravaganza. It looks like they're going to be doing, obviously, 4 weekends. I don't know. It's going to be revolving around each game, maybe. Who knows? But this week they've chosen World of Tanks as the quote-unquote target. So, up for sale this weekend. Well, they have a KV220 / KV5 bundle with a month of premium for $44. And I'd say, if you've been holding off on getting this tank, I personally love the KV220. I have, let's see our vehicle details. Where's the statistics? Statistics. 186 battles. Yeah, 65% win rate. 743 average experience. I think if I go to my average XP per battle, I did only better in 3 tanks. So I feel like this is an amazing number. Normally killing about 3 tanks per battle, which is also really, really high for me. Maximum destroyed in battle 8. Anyway, this is the KV220. It's, you know, like all of the tier 5 premiums, it's got a really crappy gun, but you have a KV3 body. The only weak spots on this tank really on the front, I mean, obviously, aside from the normal weak spots, are these 2 cheeks. But we'll go ahead and run this guy, actually, for our first battle. And the KV5 I do not have. I may actually purchase it this weekend. Obviously, I've got a lot of KV tanks. So I've got the KV1, the KV220, the KV2, plus the IS tanks. It may just be worth my while to buy another trainer. And I really have been watching people playing the KV5 and wanting to get one. So I know it's kind of a crappy tank, but, you know, it's something that I'm kind of interested in. So I may end up getting the same package. I'll end up getting gold for this instead of the actual tank. So, and I think they still give you a free garage slot. We'll have to see. Also of note, we're going to get if you log in over this weekend through Monday, you're going to get a free Japanese tier 2 premium tank. I'd say do it. You know, the last couple have been worthwhile. We got the combat car. This is a fun tank. We got the light Vic. This is a fun little tank. You know, those are the freebies. The LTP. Those are the last 3 freebies that we've gotten, and they've all been okay tanks. I mean, they're really, none of them are great, but they're fun. So, you know, make sure you log in this weekend just for that. Also, if you win one battle tier 4 or higher each day this weekend, you get a free day of premium. So you can have premium all weekend for free as long as you win a battle tier 4 or higher. That's pretty cool. So anyway, let's go back to the tanks that are on sale. The big deal is that the premium tanks, tiers 8 and 8, and no other premium tiers, but just tier 8 is 15% off. So I have the FCM50T. I've got the Super Pershing, and I've also got the Jagdtiger, the Jagdtiger, as we say here in America. All 3 of them are decent tanks. The Jagdtiger makes a ton of money. Yeah, the FCM50T can make a ton of money too. I don't make as much money in the Super Pershing, but I like the Super Pershing. I used to hate it, like it now. So the first things first, we'll go back to our KV220, and I'm going to load up a crew here in a second, and we'll go through it. Okay, for the review, I am going to run my IS3 crew. Plus, there's one guy from the KV1 that I moved, or he was really specifically for the KV220 until I bought my KV1 back. So, one thing that I've noticed about this tank is the better the crew that you put in here, really the better you're going to do in this tank. And that's been my experience. If you have a crappy crew in the tank, you're probably not going to do too well. So this is a very crew-dependent tank. That said, when you have a good crew, this tank is amazing. Like I said, the gun sucks. It's got 99 pen. We'll go through this. So 699 hit points. If you look at the regular KV1, it's about 30 hit points more. It's not a ton more. But for tier 5, you know, it's average. If we look at, like, say, the Excelsior, 670. The T14, 690. So same as the T14. So a decent amount of armor, but it's average. Heavy tank, 74 tons. I mean, 77 tons loaded. That's pretty stinking heavy. And that helps you do some ramming. I mean, you can really do a good job ramming. Like the KV-5, this is a good come down the side of a hill and land on top of a tank type tank, if you're into that. I don't really do a whole lot of ramming myself, but I do have the spall liner because just in case. And then I also use the gun laying drive to get the gun loaded faster. It doesn't aim super fast, but it's not horrible. Also using the tracks because you will get tracked frequently. And so I just, you know, to keep this protected, because like I said, this is the crappiest part of the tank, you want to stay in motion when you're fighting head-to-head with people. You do want to angle about that much, maybe like 35, 40 degrees. You're going to bounce a ton of shots because, especially on tier 5, because the armor's 50, I'm sorry, 100 and 100 and then 80. The turret's 90 except for these exposed cheeks. I think it's 75 on those areas. And then 75, 75. So you basically have a KV-1 stock turret with a KV-3 body is what we're looking at here. And believe it or not, with a little bit of angling, this thing will bounce all kinds of shots, especially in a Tier 5 battle. Now, you get preferential matchmaking, which means you only ever see Tiers 5 and 6. You will not see Tier 7 with this tank unless you platoon with somebody that sees Tier 7. So be careful when you pick your teammates or what they're driving. Help them pick it out. Don't let them pick out something that's going to drive you up. Traditional KV weak spots, obviously you have boop, the hatch, the gun. Those are all areas where people are going to give you trouble. My mouse is not working right. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Okay, much better. Also, we're going to take a look at the gun here, and this is where it hurts. 76 millimeters EIS 5. It's this basically, I think. Well, let's look at the KV. I think it's the stock. Yeah, it's the EIS 5. It's the stock KV gun with a little bit more penetration. You'll notice here on the KV, the KV-1, it's got 86 penetration. That's just horrible. They've bumped it up here. It goes up to 99. But the gun itself is actually fairly, it's got 14 rate of fire, so every 3 or 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds, somewhere around there. Terrible dispersion, so it's not very accurate. Fairly fast aim time, 2.3 is okay. It's not great, but it's not horrible. And since it takes you about 4 seconds to reload, that translates into giving you enough time between shots to completely aim. So you should be able to do some aiming. Yeah, so I like this tank, and I definitely think it's worth it. I spent $50 originally to get it, and I have not, as you can see from my record with the 65% win rate, I have not regretted it at all. So it's a good moneymaker. I'm going to say in a good battle, you're going to get about 60,000, 70,000 credits. In an average battle, you're going to do about 25 to 30,000. So that's non-premium. If you're premium, you'll make more. So here we go. Let's run a battle. Irony of ironies, we're put across the map from another KV-220. That means he's going to be pelting me, and I'm going to be pelting him, and that probably will turn into one of us killing. Oh, this is a new one. That's right. So, yeah, patch 9.2 came out. Oh, while we're doing this review, and we'll check that right after here. The SU-85, I want to know, did it go in the shop or not? I guess we're going to find out here. But this map has been all changed, so I don't really know where to go. But we'll see. Hopefully I won't run into that KV-220, but I have a feeling that is going to be the first person we run into. Every other tank on this board is a pretty low threat for this tank. Some of those tank destroyers can do damage, for sure. But, you know, as long as I play smart and careful, we should be fine. Now, my son was whining. He played this thing, and he was whining that it's too slow, but I feel like it's plenty fast for what it is. You know, for those of us KV-5 or the KV-220 owners that purchased this with the first round, you know, it's a little upsetting, and we've talked about this, that, you know, in some ways we kind of got screwed because, wow, that scout just went right into, nobody stopped him? Terrible. This is not good for us. We kind of got the screw because We were under the impression that this tank was going to be exclusive, and really, it is not exclusive at all. Because it goes on sale every couple weekends. But probably every 3 months it's for sale. But they do bundle it into a package. You never get it just the tank. The cheapest package they've had so far, I think, was $30. And then they went back to, wow, here comes the artillery. This is why I have a spall liner, folks. This tank is an arty magnet. I wish this guy would stop being a noob. Well, it's 3-3. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What is a stronghold battle? Here's where the gun comes in short. And they will hit your tracks all the time. There we go. Gotta hit that bottom plate. You're not gonna do any damage if you don't. And see, he knew where to hit me. And the other thing, too, is a lot of people just load gold. We're gonna have to... Wow. Okay, and I'm gonna start moving back because... obviously, we're losing this. Oh my gosh, this team is terrible. Who let these guys in? I mean, seriously? Well, we're just going to have to take our time. Unfortunately, I've taken some damage. So that means that probably that other KV-220 is going to have a bit of an advantage over us. And I need to... yeah. Perfect. Good job, guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to have to keep moving. Guys, you got to back me up. Nobody's going to back me up. Wow. Wow. Trying. Unbelievable. Wow, I just couldn't get there fast enough. Stupid team. Wow. Good reset, guys. Gotta hate stuff like that. Huh? What are you gonna do? Tried to get back. And all of a sudden they went really fast, so didn't do so well in that battle. But yeah, I mean, let's run. Well, I don't have time to do another one. Just keep trying it. Yeah, so anyway, that was a bad battle. Definitely. But yeah, shows you what the tank can do. And on both my KV-220 and his KV-220, we just plowed it through the enemy. No issues. When you have a bunch of teammates that sit up on the hill, especially with faster tanks, and you're getting capped out and they don't do anything, you can try to get back to base. But like there, you know, it's like, okay, so I'm going to leave the Su-85B shooting me in the back so I can rush back to base. And they're still not doing anything about it. They're all just sucked in. Anyway, whatever. This tank also has preferential matchmaking, so you're going to see Tier 9 occasionally. Mostly you see Tier 8, but you do see Tier 9 battles. I'm definitely not playing well tonight. I thought I'd be doing better because I took a little nap after work, but I'm still obviously needing some coffee or something. Like the man, look at these T-71 going up there. Like most of the premium tanks, I feel like you really kind of have to be on the top of your game to do well in them. This has changed. This is all feeling different, I think. I don't remember this outcrop, but maybe not. I don't know. Oh, 9.2. You're going to bring some headaches for me, aren't you? No, I guess this is the same, as always. Now, it looks like we're probably going to run into some heavy resistance. From what I was seeing on the map, a lot of them came this way. Yep, and a wiggle. This tank you got to keep in motion when somebody's aiming at you because you don't want them to hit that top Normal on your turret. Yeah, Tiger 1 is going to be your enemy. Keep your... I'm going to try to side scrape a little bit. KB5. Oh my gosh. Well, thankfully I've got somebody... I feel like there's somebody big behind me. Nope. Not going to... Okay, there's a Luva. T-28. These guys are going to scooch up. They're welcome to it. So hopefully the other parts of the map will hold. This Tiger. I was like, ouch. Now, this puts me in a dangerous position. This is not a good spot for this tank. But then I'm getting stuck on the wall. But that was good. Let him pull up. And of course, he's got to expose that stupid R2-D2. Maybe I don't want to buy the KV-5. Try to get them to shoot at my plate. These guys take shots. They've got the bigger guns. Okay, KV-5. Shoot. He's going to shoot me, but he probably is going to miss. And I totally whiffed that shot. Now we have about the same rate of fire. Yeah, as you can see, I've been playing this tank a lot lately. So I'm doing better in it than I did in the other two premiums. All right. What's going on over there? Are we okay? This is not good. Yeah, Jagdtiger is your arch nemesis. He's got a super high rate of fire and excellent penetration. Not excellent, but he's got better penetration than you do. And he's got that good frontal armor, so we'll wait till this Luva fires, and once he's happy, I'll move back out. Boy, we really crushed their team. We know. Whoa. He's looking at me. Oh, and you can see at a distance, this armor still is, you know, not completely useless, though. This guy with the big gun, if he's got the bigger gun. Yeah, nice miss. I'm going to push across. Man, this team is just getting... I feel bad for these guys. Yeah, that was me on the last map. Getting shellacked. There's an IS-6 hiding at the base. Should probably keep my front to them. T-30 went down where I can't get him. Didn't get any kills. You know, sometimes when these battles happen faster like this, to get the damage output, you gotta really... And I'm switching to gold ammo because the IS-6 is definitely a hard customer to hit. He probably knows where to shoot me to, I'm sure. Let the Type 59 get behind him. And we're gonna hit him in the... Oh yeah, side of the turret will work. That'll work for me. Oh, boom. So we get to fire one gold round for 259 pen. Yeah, much better result. Didn't do a whole lot in that battle, but did some things. And I went to the right place and definitely defended where I needed to defend. And yeah, so team score, not bad. Like I said, I'm not, for some reason, I'm just not playing super well tonight, but that one as well. Look at the TE. Man, he got a sweet, these guys got sweetheart matches, you know, being tier 9s and all tier 8 battle. But still didn't help him. He did good, though. Look at that, 3,700. That's a good score. Too bad his team failed him. Okay, so, yeah, and I bounced 1,300 damage. Did 1,400 damage. And then also damage caused by my assistants, 400. So really about 2,000 damage because of me. Took home 33,000 credits. Yeah, and that's, I'd say, average for this battle. For this tank, it seems to be right between 40 and 60 non-premium. And then premium 60 to 80, you know. Definitely, this tank does have games where you go over 100. They all do. I've had days where I've had the FCM50T and done 4 battles in a row where I made over 100,000 credits. So premium, but these tanks make money, and that's their whole point. That's what they do. So is this a good earner? Yeah, it's not. The potential is not as high as the FCM or this next tank. So Jagdtiger, good and bad, man. This tank is so slow. That's the one thing that a lot of people can't stand about it. It is slow, slow, slow. Top speed 28 kilometers per hour, and that is going downhill with the tailwind. Most of the time you're going to be traveling between 18 and 22. 700 horsepower engine to keep it moving. Kind of low 1,300 hit points, but for Tier 8, I think that's, let's take a look. I got the T28 prototype here. 1150, so it's a little bit higher than that. I would imagine it's about the same as the regular Jagdtiger. Slow traverse speed, slow gun traverse. I mean, if you get surrounded, you're going to be hit a couple times before you can get the tank turned around. That's how it is. But the frontal armor, the lower plate sucks. This machine gun port sucks. Other than that, though, this is all fairly sturdy. Now, you'll notice that this is fairly flat, so you need to angle. After you fire, you need to boop, give it a little bit of angle, so that if people shoot at you, they're going to have a lot harder time. Boing, pew. Yeah. Because, a T-34 is going to go right through this. He's your worst nemesis, honestly. Or all the tanks that have that big, 270 penetration American gun. This gun is your nemesis here, and it does, 248? And I think it's actually higher than that on it's like 250 something. That's going to go right through this. Sorry. Now, here, it's not, but here, it's going to go through. Because, look, it's 250. So they're going to push you through. But this is a good solid tank. This tank works best in a bottom of the hull hidden, and if this is protected. So if you get into like an alleyway that has dirt coming off a building, like not dirt but debris, like that, that's a good spot for this tank. Rocks, and then you just kind of get, if you can keep this, as long as you keep this section covered, you're going to do okay. Now, I run the small liner, like the Super Pershing, not as much the Super Pershing, but the FCM50T, though I don't run a small liner on that one. The KV220, this tank is an RD magnet, so you're going to get your tracks broken all the time. And, of course, I use the upgraded tracks because I don't want, though, I might change that around. Gosh, maybe this weekend when equipment goes on sale, I'll do some changes because does this really help that much? I don't know. I guess it probably does. But you do take a lot of hits to the tracks, and it sucks being tracked, so maybe I'll just keep it. It reduces your chances of being tracked. Yeah, the spall liner, once again, it's all protection with this tank because it's slow and very vulnerable to artillery. But now that there's less people playing artillery in the game, maybe it's not worthwhile to do that anymore. I don't know. I have to think about that because I could put a gun laying drive and like some other module here that would maybe make this tank work better. I don't know. We'll see. So don't necessarily go with this stuff just because I did. Experiment with that. But yeah, now that my crew is really good, I'm actually doing fairly well in this tank. And let's take a look at the stats. Though I didn't do this with the other tanks, I want to kind of show you. For the longest time, I had a 42% win rate with this tank, and just recently I've been getting better with it, and it's going up now. Average experience per battle still isn't stellar at 648, but it's not bad. Got 342 battles in it with a 47% win rate. Very frustrating. But I got 443 in the Super Pershing with a 45% win rate. But that's going up. It's coming up. It's going to take a long time, but it's going to be there. 46% win rate in the FCM50T. As you can see, I am not great with my premiums. I'm not that great at Tier 8. 56% with the T44. This tank got better. One of the things that's exciting about the new patch, man, that thing got better. Anyway, I'm 52% rate with the T32. Let's pretend like the anyway. Okay, so back on topic. So yeah, I don't do super well with this tank, and I don't do super well with any of my premium Tier 8 tanks. But this tank, out of all of them, definitely makes me the most money. And it is fun with that armor. Plus, the gun is just good. So, getting to that next, we've dealt with the armor, soft on the sides and back, heavy, very heavy on the front. The gun is great. It's not as good as the French gun, but you have armor on the front, so you can actually engage sometimes where you can't do that with the French because you're running away. So, 11, the rate of fire is a lot higher than any of the other tanks I've shown you today. We are shooting every 6 seconds, 5 seconds. I mean, this is 11.1. That's a really high rate of fire. So this thing whips them out. Same gun that's on the Tiger 1. 203 penetration. It's got one more penetration, I think, than the Tiger 1 gun. I think the Tiger's 202. 240 damage. Excellent aiming, 31. Aiming time, 2 seconds, so quick aiming time. I mean, it's all about the gun, of course, but this tank really is all about the gun. I mean, it'll just tear the opponents apart. Bam, 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 bam. So that's a great thing about this tank. However, your mobility is going to make up for it on the other end because you're so slow. So let's go ahead and take this lumbering beast into battle, and you get to see a nice battle with this. Almost forgot. Yeah, SU-85i is now in the store, in the in-game store. So for those of you that have been waiting to buy this tank and not wanting to spend cash on it because you already had gold in your account, here it is. Now, once again, I would suggest that you wait till it goes on sale half off, but so that it becomes the price of a normal Tier 5. But there you have it. It is in the in-game store. So SU-85 is official. It is now in the in-game store and available to all of you tankers who were waiting for it to be available for gold. So that's cool. Congratulations. All right, let's take the Jagdtiger out for a spin. This is a terrible map for this tank. I guess I go city. So, yeah, this tank gets preferential matchmaking. Sees tiers 8, tiers 9. Once again, I don't win very often in this tank. I feel like this and the FCM50T are kind of a sore point for me. Now, this tank makes a lot more money usually for me than the FCM50T, but I'm struggling with these right now, both of these tanks. It's funny, I've been doing a lot better with the Super Pershing and a lot worse with this and the FCM50T. The FCM is hard because it's so fast that you want to push, but then the armor completely sucks. So as soon as you push, you die. And it's a hard lesson to learn, you know. Yeah, we're going to lose the field. Maybe. The KV-4 is probably AFK. I mean, the kind of teams I've gotten tonight, most likely it's definitely AFK. It's an odd move on the A44's part. But, yeah, if it works. Looks like it's working so far. He's got all our tanks sitting out exposed. Yeah, he's going to die. Yeah, this, now they did add these buildings here. And what's funny to me is people still don't use them. They still come up the side where they're exposed. The whole point of adding those buildings in at the K line was to make it easier for people to get into the city from the other side. You can see here that T-43 did not use the buildings. He's sitting out where I can shoot him. Hopefully I'll get there in time, but nope, I didn't. It's kind of a funny thing. And that Tiger 1, look at that. He didn't use it either. These guys are knuckleheads. This is not good. Artillery's coming in. Here it comes. Yeah, move it up. This is a very bad position for me to be in. But I don't see a whole lot going on aside from the Tiger. Okay, here's my death. Shoot. Oh, and a KV-1S. Okay, this is bad now. But KV-1S totally dominated our IS-3. I gotta get in. This is not... Yep, this is how this night's been going for me. And just bad playing on my part. That was... He got his motor blown out. That's funny. Oh, it's not a good match, but things are starting to look a little better. Though I don't know. Where did the rest of our team go? This thing is so slow. Well, I'm just going to push this guy. And what did I tell you? The base is getting overrun. Even though we got all those tanks there, probably half of them are bots. Where's this guy looking? Finally. This is like... I haven't had a battle like this in like 10 games, man. I've been playing for quite a while. I've lost 5 and won 3. This one I'm going to keep, obviously. This is usually what happens to me in this tank. I mean, loss or win, I actually played like something, but I've been playing like a jack donkey tonight. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, they can't fix stupid. Oh, and going a little crazy while I'm at it. Really? Come on. Jimbo's gonna get pwned. Oh, their artillery's at the... Come on, pop up, pop up. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Well, I guess it's better than nothing, right? He's going to be hard for me to penetrate from the front. What? Yeah, I got my bottom exposed, of course. Yeah, I just can't penetrate the front of that thing. Wow. Yeah. Where did he hit me? Oh, yeah, look, he went right through the gun mantlet, too. No problems, man. Pew, right through. All right, that's more like it. Not an outstanding score, but much more like what usually happens to me in that tank. I don't know what my issue was tonight. That seriously took like 6 battles to get that take. I'm burnt now. And I still have to get a good one for the FCM50T because I sucked in that, too. But... yeah, Jagdtiger, definitely a moneymaker. And that was only 1,600 damage, so... You know, imagine if you do a $2,000 or $3,000 damage or 2,000 or 3,000 damage battle, you're going to make a lot of cash. Up to 100,000 credits, so... Alright. FCM50T. Oh! This is not my favorite tank. I don't click with this tank. I don't know what the issue is. But... I suck with this tank. I'm going to be frank with you. I play it like a medium. Everyone says play it like a medium. I try to play it like a medium. I can't. It's too big to play like a medium. You can try, but everyone's going to hit you. As soon as you're spotted, you know, I think it's a punching bag syndrome. As soon as you're spotted, everybody knows weak target, and they all fire on you. I mean, seriously, there's times where I'll get 7 shots within 2 seconds. It's such a punch bag. I don't feel, oh man. I was going up the French line. I bought this because I was like, oh, I need a French trainer. I really shouldn't have bought this tank. It was a waste of $50. I really wish I would have gotten a T-34 or an IS-6 instead. It makes okay money. There's guys out there that absolutely excel in this thing, but to be honest with you, when I run into these on the battlefield, I am not afraid of them. I rarely see guys do well in these tanks. It's a tough tank to play, and... when you do have a good battle, it's a great battle, but they're few and far between. I do have a Lucky out there that has this tank in it, and I excelled in that battle. Got really lucky, bounced like 15 shots. I don't know how it happened because I never bounced shots on this tank, but RNG was with me for that battle. But in general, man, I hate this tank. I got to be honest with you. This has become what the Super Pershing was to me. I can never win in it. I just don't do well in it. And to be honest with you, I'm actually kind of loath to even run this in battle because I have a feeling that I'm going to lose. If World Tanks ever were to change something, it would be that you could gift tanks that you hate to other people. If you buy a premium tank and you hate it, and you got somebody who would use it and enjoy it, then it'd be nice to be able to give it to somebody else. But they don't do that, so I'm stuck with this. I don't really want to sell it because getting your silver, I mean... 2 million silver is cool, yeah, but that sucks for a tank that I paid $50 for. So it just sucks. This tank, I don't know. It's been frustrating for me. I know there's guys that like it. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're going down the French line and you really need a French trainer. So let's go ahead and run it. Like the other tanks that I've been playing tonight, you do get preferential matchmaking. That's pretty nice. A lot of KV5s out tonight. Noticing that a lot lately. A lot of people have been playing them. Not sure why. They're going on sale this weekend, but they're not on sale yet. So, surprise, please. I've even reconsidered buying the AMX 5100 back, and I just won't. Because all I have to do to remind myself why I don't have the 5100 is just to play this tank for a little bit. And, of course, the losses that go along with it. Alright, hang on a second here. Get in position. Alright, sorry, I had a phone call come in or something. Actually, my kids are going to go get dinner, and they want to know what I wanted, so... Gonna go to Wendy's. Yay! Like, my health isn't bad enough already. But that was good. Maybe it made me stop and snipe. Which is what you're really kind of supposed to do with this tank. Oh my gosh, they're all in the middle, and nobody went to the middle. Yeah. I hate this tank. I'm so scared of what's going to happen, because I know it's going to be bad. Nothing good is going to happen in this tank, I'm telling you right now. I shouldn't tell myself that, because that's probably making it worse, but I just know what happens in this tank. I get bastinated. Oh my gosh. I mean, these guys are right here, aren't they? It's a KV4. Wow, I mean... Oh, and there's a Chaffee there, too. KV4. The impenetrable. The good news is they pushed a little too far now, and they're in trouble. So, let's see if I can... Yeah, I can get your side. And he's going to shoot me back. He's got a faster gun than me, probably. Hopefully I'll be able to fire before he does. Whiffed. Didn't need that. Didn't need that, but okay. Man, this is a really bad battle. Oh, don't bounce, guys. Come on. Alright, so we need to go this way. Sorry, go ahead. We're doing the dance, my friends, doing the dance. Oh, SU-100M. Let them come. Let them come. Here comes the Hell Kitty. Oh my gosh. This is really bad. Whoa, a kill. Amazing. The Hellcat's going to run through, so we're okay there. I need to help this KV5, the Chaffee. Oh, they... Fudge. I got these harm players. I got the Hellcat is going to shoot me in the butt. I need to push around. I'll probably take a hit from the T-34, but I'm okay with that. Yep, and I need to get out of the way of this T-34. Please protect me. Oh, he did. Finally, a game that went my way. I mean, it's been like 8 games, guys. This one and for whatever reason, the Jagdtiger are giving me a hard time, so. Hell Kitty. Boom. Miss, yeah, on the fly. As much as the, whatever you call it, that, yeah, the stabilizer. Can't believe I didn't get ammo racked or anything. He's going to die before I get there. That IS is going to kill him, the VK. Oh gosh. Not a very good take home, but whatever. This is one of those tanks that leads you on. It makes you have fun. Like every 7th or 8th battle, it's like, woohoo, this is fun. And then you just, the other battles, you just get clobbered. I don't know. If I played this more, you know, honestly, I don't have that many games in it. I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, 245%. Actually, the same as the Super Pershing, but I'm liking the Super Pershing more now. I got more experience per battle than the Super Pershing, but dang, this is a hard tank to play. Even if you play it like a medium, it's tough. Now, my crew, they're not great. As the crew gets better, I can guarantee you this tank will get better, but still, it's just, oh, I don't know. I don't like this tank. I don't want to recommend it to you because it's not. It's more frustration than it is fun a lot of times. Sometimes it is fun, but there's a lot of frustration involved in this tank. I don't know. I guess you could say the same for any of these, you know, tier 8 premiums. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope this review was helpful for you. And I'm glad I was able to show you a couple fun battles. Like I said, this tank, it's not... Sometimes I probably should have showed you the other 8 battles where I was getting very angry. So, anyway. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. I think I already said that, but off we go. Bye.